Okay, Assalamu alaikum. This is Professor Tracy. Today we'll work on Unit 2, International Marketing. Of course, we have already covered this unit before in class. We have done it, but probably we need to do it again. And we need to work on it so that just to clarify a few things. So here I will start with what we call marketing, or what we call international marketing. So marketing in general, when we talk about marketing, we talk about the 4 Ps. The 4 Ps, they refer to place, product, promotion, and price. But in general, we talk about price first, after we talk about the product that we have produced so far. Then we need also to talk about the place where we can market our product. Then the last one is the promotion. So these are the 4 Ps. But if you think about them like which one should be first, it should be the product. So meaning we should produce something, then we should promote it, then we should find or price it, or use a price for it, then we need to find a place where we can sell it. That's in general. Here we have this American academic, Juan Carlos Castillo. He says, in marketing there are those who satisfy needs and those who create wants. Meaning that in marketing, a lot of people, when they talk about the definition of marketing, you have a lot of definitions. One of them is that some people, they say, how can marketing is something like this. How can I make people buy something they don't need? That's a definition. Another definition that you have here is that in marketing, there are those who satisfy needs and those who create wants. Meaning that if we think about, for instance, about the two categories, that is market segment, that is men and women, you can first think about how to satisfy needs and how to create wants. The first one, that is when you satisfy needs, meaning that you think about men, namely, because men, they buy things because they need them. But also you can create wants. You can create wants for women, for instance, or for men also. But in general, women, they buy what they want, but men, they buy what they need. This is what marketers think of, okay? So, but sometimes in marketing, of course, you have to know what people want so that you can create it. That's why you say create wants, okay? But also you should satisfy the needs, because you have what you call the supply and offer. You have the supply and offer. That's the link in business. So you have to find to satisfy those needs of needs of the people, because people, they would need something, a product. So you have to satisfy the need. That's part of marketing. When we talk about marketing, of course, you can talk about different brands or brand names in cars, like Volkswagen, like Toyota, whatever. In clothing, you can find a lot. I don't know, marks. You can talk about Zara. You can talk about Marwa, etc. Cosmetics, a lot of types of perfumes, etc., and anything related to cosmetics. Electrical equipment, you can think about gadgets that we need in the kitchen, or when we are studying online, etc. So all these electrical equipment. So there are brands like Samsung, like HP, like Dell, like whatever. So these are brand names. And soft drinks, of course, you know them. Now you can answer some of these questions. Say, answer these questions for each brand you listed in exercise A. So for instance, you think about cars, you talk about, for instance, Volkswagen. So what is the country of origin of that brand? Is Germany. Okay. Now, when you talk about other, I don't know, electrical equipment, you talk about Sony, you know that it's Japanese. If you think about Toyota, you know also that it's Japanese. But if you think about Samsung, sorry, and so you have to think about South Korea, etc. You think about any other electrical equipment, so meaning you think about also about the origin of, or the country of origin of that brand. What is the brand image? Brand image, it means the idea you have about a given product. So you have an image You have once someone is talking to you about, for instance, iPhone, so meaning you have an image about it. What is the target market or market segment? It means which category of the market they will buy from you. That is, namely, you categorize a target market or a market segment according to age, income, okay, and also social class. That is, if I would like to sell a given type of product, so I have in mind which category or which age I have to target. That is the age like between 20 25, or from 10 to 15, or from 50 to 60, etc. Okay, so what sort of advertising campaigns you will use? Of course, advertising campaigns, we can talk about also about different types of publicities here. You can think about billboards, those big pictures that you can see on the streets, etc. Billboards, okay. Or else you can talk about advertising online, or you can also think about what you call viral marketing. So viral, that is like a virus, that is like the for instance, the publicity used now on social media, on Facebook namely, because Facebook now is more in advertising. So what do? They send someone a publicity, but whoever is linked to that person, so will receive the same publicity. Okay. What is the current slogan? The slogan here, when we talk about marketing, we talk about three related items. That is slogan, logo, and jingle. Slogan is the, like when you think about, for instance, McDonald's. So we say the slogan here is I am loving it. Okay. The logo, you know, the logo of McDonald's with that big M. And also you have the jingle. Jingle is the music that goes with that slogan, okay, or that brand. Now I will move to next page on international marketing. I'm talking about unit 2 that you have on your course pack. So you have to use it while I'm explaining these words, and try to take notes. Okay. Now here it says complete each group of word partnerships from 1 to 5 with the correct word form from the box. You have brand, customer, market, marketing, and product. Now for the first one, you will need what we call marketing mix. And marketing mix, it means that we are talking about like not only the 4 P's that we have, like price, place, promotion, and product, but we have more in the marketing mix. Okay, and this marketing mix, it says that if ever for instance you would like to launch a new product, to introduce a new product to the market, the first thing that you have to think about is that you have to think, for instance, about the customer. Which category of customers you will have to target, you will have to reach. So here you start with the consumer. Then, for instance, suppose you would like to sell new types of mobile phones for little boys and little girls. So in your mind, you have the age, for instance, from 10 to 12 or 10 to 15. This is the target market, or that you would like to target. So here you need to produce something for them. So you need to develop a product for them according to their preferences. Then you need to promote it, to tell them about this product. Then after this, you have to think about how would you sell that product to them, etc. Okay, so meaning by the end you will have to go back to the consumer. That's what you call marketing mix. It's like it is made of 10 items. You don't have to know all of them, but at least you have to remember the price, the product first, place, promotion, and price. Marketing strategy, it goes with the strategy that you will use to make people, or to promote this product, or to make people know about this product. So that would be also your marketing plan. Second one, here you will need the word market. And market, so it goes with adaptation, penetration, and segmentation. So first thing, what does it mean, market adaptation? Of course, you have to adapt a market or a product according to the people that will buy from you, the target market that you will buy from you. So when people, for instance, when Chinese make products, they adapt them to the segments and to the countries. For instance, if they make something that they will sell in Europe, in Germany, it will be different. It could be the same product but different. They adapt that is the quality of the product according to where it will be sold. That is it in Germany or in Africa? So yeah, that makes it different. Is it in US or in Asia? So they adapt each product according to where they are supposed to sell it. Market penetration. Penetration, it means you enter a place. And when you enter a place, it's like when you enter a market, like Morocco now has penetrated in Africa. So now when we talk about which economies or which countries that have done what we call market penetration in Africa, one of them is Turkey. The other one is France, and the other one also is Morocco. So these three countries, they have penetrated into the market or the African market. Okay, market segmentation. It means which category of people are supposed to buy that product. That is, which target or market segment or target market. So we use it like this: target market or market segment. Segment, it's like segmentation. It's like the category of people that should buy from you. As I said before, market segmentation, it depends on the age, the income or salaries, and also the social class. Whether, for instance, if I am selling very luxurious cars like Maserati or Ferrari, so meaning here I have a very specific segment of the market that will buy that product. Okay. The third one here, you will need the word brand. Brand here, so you can say brand, you can use the word product here. Product placement, product portfolio, and product feature. Product placement, first one. Placement is not in the market, but placement here in terms of publicity. That is, these companies would like to advertise their products. They choose the right timing, okay, on TV or when there is a movie or when there is a football match, etc. So they use the same. That is, they advertise their products according to who is supposed to watch TV, for instance, at that time. So they place it according to the viewers, okay. Of that show, etc., or football match. So if it is like something related to kids, they will place it when there are cartoons displayed on TV. Product portfolio is like students when they write each week, they write an essay, then they improve their writing next week, then the following week, etc. After 2 months, when they bring all these types of writings together, that's what we call portfolio in terms of writing. The same thing for products. Also, they have this kind of portfolio or the improvement of the making of that product, etc. So feature here, it means only the word. It means characteristic. Okay. So each product has its own characteristics. Or features, etc. For instance, when we talk about Oppo, for instance, when they advertise it on TV, they say Oppo camera phone. So meaning the camera phone is the best feature of the Oppo mobile phone. Number 4, so we are done with the first one. So we said market in here in 1. In 2, we have market. Then in 3, you have the word product. In 4, you will need the word brand, okay. In 4, it's not brand, but there is another word which is customer here. Yeah, so you will need the word customer. So it's customer profile, customer retention, and customer base. Customer profile here is like when I would like to sell something to a given category of people. So I need to know first their feedback. Okay, feedback does not take an S in the plural, by the way. So their feedback. So meaning their feedback, but I cannot ask everybody. For instance, now suppose I would like to sell something during this corona outbreak, so I cannot ask everybody because everybody is at home, etc. So I need to ask only one. So I take someone and I ask him or her some questions, starting with, I mean, I will collect some data, but according to a profile, just to one person, and I will consider that information before I start either promoting or selling or producing, etc. So I need what you call customer profile. That is just one example or one person to answer my questions, etc. Now, if I have now a lot of customers, I would like to think about how to retain them, how to keep them all the time as my usual or what you call faithful customers. Okay, so when you say faithful or customers that would be loyal. So loyal customer or faithful customer, you can use the word loyal. So how can I have like what you call loyal customers, or how can I retain them? That's what you call customer retention. Customer base would be something like this. I mean, when we talk about, Maroc Telecom selling mobile phone numbers to some companies. Why do they do that? Because these companies, some companies, I mean, like in clothing, like in electronic devices, etc., they would like to reach the majority of customers. So what do? They buy these mobile phone numbers from Maroc Telecom. So this is what you call customer base. That is how many people, okay, the people that are supposed to be reached by that marketing or that. So that's what you call customer base. Okay, in French they use la base clientèle. I'm sorry, I have some health issues, so just pardon me. In number five, you have what you call brand, the last one, brand positioning. You have brand identity and brand extension. Brand positioning, for instance, it will be in number five here, okay, in exercise B. So it will be the answer. So I will just reuse it. So brand positioning is how a product is placed as up market. We have an up market or low market, like down market or low market. Okay, up market, that is when we talk about luxury products for rich people, etc. That's an up market. Okay, another market is the mid one. Okay, the mid market, not the low market. And also you have the word budget in relation to rival products. That is rival products like competitor products. For instance, if I would like to sell something, for instance, I would like to be a competitor of Zara, meaning I have to produce something something related to what you call the up market, that is very luxury or luxurious market. Okay, that's what you call a brand positioning. Brand identity, also it's like the identity of people. Also brands, they have their identity. People, they know them according to their identity with features, brand image, etc. Now, brand extension, here you can also write another word here, what you call brand stretching. Brand stretching means that sometimes we can take the example of Harley Davidson. Harley Davidson is a brand name of motorbikes. This type of brand has been introduced to the market a lot of years before, like probably more than 40 years, but they have not limited themselves to the production of motorbikes. What they have done is that they have thought about what else do these people buy, besides buying those motorbikes. They have noticed that they like jackets or leather jackets. So what did they do? They produced also these leather jackets for them. So it's like with using the same brand name, that is Harley Davidson, and you find the brand Harley Davidson on their jackets. Also, they have noticed they like jeans and boots, etc. Okay, so they have also produced jeans and boots with the same name, which is the Harley Davidson. That's what you call brand stretching. Okay, probably in the future we will find Facebook for not only for in social media It will be extended to food, to, I don't know, to cars, something like this. So in the future, if you find Facebook used in not only for on social media, for this social media platform, but also for other products, that so meaning Facebook has gone what you call brand extension. Now, for the next one, I will try to read these sentences, okay? And I will give you also the answer at the same time. B. Choose the correct word partnership from each group in exercise A to complete these definitions. That is, you have from exercise A some answers here, okay, from what we have studied so far here, okay, and we will try to use them. But there's some other language that you can use, namely when you are writing an essay, if ever, inshallah, in the exam you are asked to write something related to marketing. This is the language that you will have to make recourse to. So number one here in exercise B says, when entering a new market, a SWOT analysis. SWOT, it means what? Okay, I will read it. SWOT analysis is conducted on a product, service, or company before deciding on. Here you have to use the word marketing strategy. On a marketing strategy here. Write it, please, on your course pack. Marketing strategy. So let me explain. So when entering a new market, a SWOT analysis, that is, you have to think about what are your strengths, the strong points you have when you enter a new market, okay? That is with your product. What are the strong points about your product? It can be of a good quality, it can be a little bit cheap, it can be, so these are your strengths. Weaknesses, probably you have a weakness, it can be the competitors that you will find in the market, etc. That can be a weakness. Opportunities, what makes your product have like these opportunities, etc. The opportunities or the possibilities to sell, to do well in the market. And what are the risks or the threats that you can face while entering a market? Okay, that's what you call the SWOT analysis. Remember, it's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. It's like an acronym. Okay. Number two, it says, it may also be necessary to carry out a step analysis. What does mean a step analysis here? So S, it stands for sociological, T for technological, E for economic, and P for political, of a new geographical market in order to decide if changes are to be made for market segmentation. So here you have to use market segmentation. That is, when you would like to sell in another place, either different from Morocco, so you have to think about which category of people you will have to sell to. Third one, the USP, or what you call the unique selling point, is the product feature which makes it different from its competitor. That is, when you have something that you can sell, it has what you call a unique selling point, that is a very special point of sale. So meaning this is the best or product feature or characteristic of a product which makes it different from its competitors. Okay, part of building up, here you can think about a lot of things, but the word that we need here is customer profile. Part of building up a customer profile is analyzing the buying habits of consumers. Buying habits of consumers, that is, what do they like, etc. Okay. Now the last one would be brand positioning, as we said before when I explained that. So I said brand positioning is how a product is placed, that is it up market or low market, mid market, etc., in relation to the competitor products or rival products. Okay, now we will move to the last one, the last example or exercise that we have here. It says, look at these groups of words and phrases, find the odd one out in each group. That is, find one which is different. One is different from the other three words. Okay. Growing, when you say growing, or developing, it means almost the same thing, or expanding. So they mean the same thing, expanding market, in growing, increasing, going up, etc. Okay, developing, etc. But not declining. Decline is the opposite. Okay, it's something like going down, etc. Now in number two, so here we talk about like a type of market in A, sorry, in one. In two, you have what are the words that are related to what we call market research. So market research, I need a questionnaire, yes. I need a focus group in B here, okay. And I need us to do a survey, but not a promotion. So promotion is out, okay. It's the one that you have to circle. Now promotion, if you go to 6, you will find that the words, the three words, they refer to this word promotion. Okay, for instance, okay, I will go back to this. Okay, again later on. 3, what do you have? You have market sector or market, the field of the market. That is what type of sector. It's like the sector of cars, the sector of food, the sector of technological whatever, electrical devices, etc. Okay, soft drinks. So we have a lot of types of or dairies. That is something related to milk, etc. So market sector, market research, market segment, and market niche. Market research, it's the word that is out. It's different from the other ones. Why? Because in A here, okay, in a market sector, also it's type of, that is when I talk about the field of market. Market segment when I talk about the people or the category of people that I'm supposed to sell to. And market niche is a small type of market. When I say niche, it's small one but profitable. That's the definition of a market niche. It's a small one. It can be a small type or a different type of product that people are not interested in or whatever. But some people they are interested in. So meaning that it's a small one. It's a niche market or market niche, but it's profitable. That's what is a market niche. So the word that is out in 3 is what you call is market research. In 4, you have everything that talks about international markets. So I will read all of them and we will see what is the word that is different from international. In A, in 4 here, you have international market, overseas market, that is like outside the country, overseas, domestic market, and worldwide market. You will find that domestic market is local. It's like in Morocco. It's like Moroccan market. But when you say worldwide, overseas, and international, these are not only Moroccan markets, but also international markets. So the word that is out is what you call the domestic market. There are a lot of products that are sold like in the domestic market or local market. In 5, you have launch a product, introduce a product, which means the same thing. To launch or to introduce, it's the same thing. You bring out a product also, it's the same thing. That is, you introduce it to the market. But the opposite is to withdraw a product. You call back, you bring it home. Okay, that's what we call withdraw a product. Sometimes in Europe, it happened to the Volkswagen cars 3 years before or 4 years. Americans, they have asked the German company to withdraw the products from the American market because they have Americans, they have said that these Volkswagen cars coming from Germany, they are not environmental. They're polluting the environment. So they ask the company to call them back or to withdraw them. In 6, anything related to offer, special offer. So when we say special offer, also we can say free samples. That you can give. Sometimes you can buy one and the second one you can get it like free. That's a free sample. Or sometimes you just benefit from a reduction of the price. That's what you call a discount. So the slogan, no, slogan is something different. So slogan is out in this example here. So in 7, you have retailer, distributor, wholesaler, but not exporter. Exporter is out. Now let me explain the other 3. Retailer here and wholesaler. All of them, distributor, the same thing. All of them, they are in sales. Retailer, distributor, wholesaler. Just if you make the difference between a retailer and a wholesaler. A retailer is a company or someone or supermarket that sells in small, I underline the word small quantities. But wholesaler, it can be also a person, it can be a company, it can be an hypermarket, not just a supermarket, hypermarket who sells, or that sells, sorry, in big quantities. You underline the word big quantities, okay? So the word that is out here is the word exporter, just like a reminder. So here we said decline in market. That's the word which is out. Okay. Here C is out. In 2, C is out. In 3, market research is out. It's B, which is out. In 4, you have the word domestic market, which is out. It's odd. It's different from the other 3. In 5, you have withdraw a product. In 6, you have the word slogan. And in 7, you have the word exporter. So these are the words that are different or odd ones. They do not belong to the other categories. Here you can write anything. I mean, you can write about one of these topics and send it to me on my email box, please. So, for instance, let us take one example. Is the first one. What are some of the problems or companies that may face when they try to go international? That is when they would like to internationalize a brand. So here you can think about an example and brand names and tell me what are the companies or the problems that a company can face if they go international. That is, for instance, you would like to have a Moroccan brand, but you would like to make it international. What would be the problems? Just tell me, use the language that we have on A, B, or C above on the same page and write a short paragraph or an essay. I will choose another one, for instance, for you if you would like to work on it. Number 3 is also a good example that you can work on it. Why do some brands or products fail in other countries? That is, if ever you would like to internationalize, like the first one, if you would like to have your brand or product sold in another country, why sometimes it does not sell too much. So here you can think about the problems, etc., that can face your brand. You can write an essay. Please imagine something like this and try to write about it and send me your paragraphs on my email box. Okay. Also, you can write an essay on number 5, which is give some examples of products or services which are targeted at niche markets. There are products that are special products, and also they don't have a lot of customers. They can be types of cars, types of some gadgets, some things, products that can only few people are interested in. So what do you think? Give examples of these products or services that are targeted at niche markets, and give all the advantages or the drawbacks of in terms of the sales, the promotion, etc., and the marketing of that product. Please feel free to write and send them to me on my email box, and I will provide you with some feedback, inshallah. Ramadan Kareem, and thank you very much. Take care and goodbye. Yeah, good.